All righty, guys. How are we doing? Solar, Doggo, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantabulous. You deserve to be feeling incredible. Today's going to be a great race. Doggo very obviously showing his bias in chat. Only roots for himself. No love for his competitors. But you know what? That's a good competitor. A good competitor doesn't say, oh, I hope my other fellow racers do well. No. They want to win. Doggo wants to win. Solar V says you've never raced at Zandvoort. Well, you're going to be able to break that tonight by getting an incredible race here. I am biased. I absolutely love this track. I think it is one of the most intoxicatingly thrilling tracks on the calendar. It's basically a roller coaster for race cars. This place, Portugal, those places like that, Spa, roller coasters for race cars. This one especially, though. And I just think they're exceptionally fun. They're super fun to drive on. Can create some really crazy moments, too. There's one specific passing spot on the track that I love it when people decide to go make a move for. I want to say it's like turn 12-ish. It's right after the sector 3 marker. I can't remember exactly which turn number it is. And it's just a blast. This track is just incredibly fun. So I'm sure you're gonna have a great time tonight. I think you'll do well. I'd say believe in yourself. Trust that you got this in the bag. And you'll be good to go. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm certain it's gonna be a lot of fun tonight. We'll be getting ready to go qualifying in just a minute. I'm gonna go dip out and grab a quick little glass of water, but while I am gone, make some friends with each other in the chat, make good conversation, tell everybody you love them, tell your loved ones they're wonderful, tell your competitors you're gonna crush them into the ground. I'll be back in just a few seconds. Hey, we are back. And look what we got today. We got a wet race here in the Sandy Zandy Wandivort. Wow, I hope nobody ever clips what I just said right there. We got a wet qualifying. Now the question is, do we have a wet race? Solar V does say yes, we do have a wet race. I wonder if these drivers have prepared for this soggy Dutch weather. Not sure if they have or not. We're gonna find out. We got 15 on track, from Groggy Regular down to Whiffy Quinner, and a couple other familiar faces in between. Obviously, many fan favorites: Goose Slayer, Stig, Potato, Deemer, big fan favorite. Silencer trying to have a good race today. Ace gonna try his best to have a good race today. He did some practice with me in some lobbies earlier today, and he was driving like a maniac. So I'm hoping he brings that same energy out here to the track. Got Eat Doggo, Blackwater, Gary, also hoping to help his teammate for a good showing today. Sissy, new one for me. Vero Kieran, what a homie, he's a nice one. Bad Bunny Flow, and Groggy Oregano, who's kind enough to extend the invite tonight. Or the, or what was it called? The race lobby. Oh. So it looks like it's actually full wet, not just kind of wet. It is full wet. That will be, that will add a little bit of intrigue now, won't it? Here's BRL Kieran just kind of getting his wet tires warmed up. I don't know exactly what he's hoping to get done with that, but he is trying his best to warm them up and get it ready to go. I believe he will be the first one to set a hot lap. So we're going to stay on BRL Kieran as he sets a quick little banker going through the final corner. Puts pedal to the metal. He'll probably have to lift a little bit to this corner. Yeah, just a smidge. He had to mind his throttle. It's too scary to go to that corner flat out in the wet. Diving in for turn 1. Nice and clean. And turn 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen to somebody, and it immediately happened to Kieran on the very first hot lap of the day. Kieran already spinning it on the exit of that little scooped hairpin corner. First one for it to claim as a casualty, but he would absolutely not be the last. Now we're gonna go check out Bad Bunny Flows. He goes through the casualty corner. He makes that just fine. A bit more modulated on the exit. Blasting down these quick hills. Gets a little understeer, but he does keep it on the track. Looking pretty solid so far. Bad Bunny Flow, really quite a showing right now. Not a bad banker. I guess a little bit wide right there. That's definitely not the line he wanted. Caught more understeer than I think he was bargaining for. And does not quite hug it into the line right there. I think he probably had a little more pace in him. This will definitely be a banker. But something on the timetable is in and of itself worth itself. Is in and of itself worth something. Just having a time on the table, even if it's a squirrely one like that. Ooh, that's ace with the 22.9. Even if it's a squirrely one like this, it's still worth something to have something on the timetable, even if it's not your best, because you never know what can happen at the end of qualifying. You could have a crash. You could spin out. You could have somebody else crash into you. It's best to at least just set something, and that is interesting that we have a second gap between Goose Slayer's banker, Bad Bunny's banker, and Ace's banker. A second per. That's 28.59 for Goose, 21.811 for Bad Bunny, and 22.918 for Ace. We're gonna have another one go by. That's Sissy, 23.3. Another one go by right here, and that's Quiffy Winner splitting the pack of 5. Right up in the middle of those two, 22.464, and Blackwater is already out. Losing the Pittsburgh tires. I'm gonna go check out some of these on Outlap right now. Let's go look at our friend Yeet Doggo. What are you doing? Dragging him way off right there. Think. So by the way, guys, tonight your commentary is going to be done by just me. I am going stag tonight, all solo. Unfortunately, our boy Carbon could not make it tonight. So it's just me, Punju, here in the booth with you guys. I'm going to be here to give you all the love, all the entertainment, all the fun action here in Zandvoort. And one piece of that fun action is Yeet Doggo about to start his hot lap. You can tell he's on a controller just by how jerky his steering input is, but he still ends up putting down extremely fast times. In fact, there's a theory going around with me and a couple of my other friends in commentary and in other league racing that controller is actually better until you hit almost pro. Now, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but in the leagues that I compete in, the very best drivers are on controller, and it's just something that I just see as a trend. What do you guys think in chat? Do you think controllers are good, or do you think it's wheel or nothing? Right now, it's Yeet Doggo or nothing. He goes a little wide. That's an invalidated time. Yeet Doggo gets nothing from that lap. Groggy Oregano will be the next one we go watch. See how he handles. hot lap around the Dutch Hills. Oh, it's really wide for Groggy. Groggy not hitting the lines exactly how he wants him to, and this is probably going to be a relatively scuff lap. I'm guessing somewhere in the 24s. Just my preliminary guess. Now, I didn't quite see what his earlier sector was, but that's it. Oh, that looks like Redeemer? Solar V. Oh, he crashed. Darn. Redeemer is out, though. We're on Groggy Regano to finish off the rest of his lap. Coming down the back corner. No way, in the 24s. No, it's not. 22.9. Okay, Groggy. It's actually 22.992. That's a pretty solid time. And as of right now, our timetables are looking like a 20.4 for Goose Slayer as the fastest. Bad Bunny at 21.8. Solar V at 21.9. Chow breaking into the 22.4. Right, 22.2. We just improved his time. Excuse me, as it just blocks up as well. 22.209. 22.918 for Ace. 22.992 for Groggy, who's practicing his best lawnmower impression. And Sitzy at 23.4. Kieran will go in set one, but actually not after Stig goes and crosses the line. Sending at 22.862. Right in the middle of the current top 9. 6th place. Go Kieran, looks wider, then validates it on the last opportunity to validate on this track. He must be gutted about that. Let's see how he crossed the line right here. That would have been 22.5, which would have been 5th place. Sorry, 6th place. That would have been a decent lap. Good make sure. We're on Gary Cam. He gave me set a toasty one, or is this one just going to be another mediocre lap to bank? Looking quick. Oh, Groggy Regano gets a little squirrely from that corner. Oh, this is quick. Yeah, 21.952. That's quick. That's the 5th place lap with there for Gary. 5,000. Great mark. And boy, Kieran is the last one who is still able to finish. That is to set a hot lap in. Sorry, it doesn't invalidate right there. Doesn't look very clean of a lap, but it is valid. Very slow and sloppy. Kind of about as sloppy as the sloppy joes you get served in the middle school cafeteria, if you know what I mean. This is not looking super solid. Oh, yeah, he's just meandering and putting it. He's just waiting to get back around the line, and then he's going to go run a fast one. You can tell he's just kind of trying to get to the end. Not really actually try for a time point. There he goes. And speed starts. We're on Kieran Cam. Kieran Cam! Goes around turn 1. Looks pretty calm, pretty solid, pretty calm. He handled the rest of this lap. It looks good coming out of that death hairpin, and he is good to go. He's cranking now. All right, that was pretty solid. This is probably the fastest I've ever seen a Hosco. Not bad for Kieran. He is 1/10 up on his time. He'd be at a 24 flat as of right now. And we obviously know where he lost all of his time was in that back sector. Oh, that's super wide right there. What's he doing? He's just riding curb all day long, but somehow does not invalidate. And that's more curb on the outside. Still not invalidated. How is Kieran allowed to set this? He has a steering correction, everything. This is looking sloppy, but you know, it's still valid. Not the lap he wants. Yep, and he is actually down on his time as of right now. The slowest of the valids. And not making it any better for himself. Will that change? I don't know. Oh my gosh, guys! Nobody told me that my game sound wasn't on. Oh my gosh. We'll disregard the first 8 minutes of qualifying. We're in the last 7 anyway. This is where it gets interesting. Now you can actually hear the cars. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Whoopsies. I think I turned it off. It wasn't an annoying background sound, but now it's back on. So, all right, we're good. That's Kieran at 24.1, and that's actually an interesting pitch strategy right here. Do I see Stig about to throw in the intros? I think I do, and I see Ace Off track, looking awkward. Is Stig actually gonna go out in these inters and make an attempt at it? It's looking very wet. Like, there's big puddles, man. I don't know if that's the move. I didn't know Bad Bunny is doesn't matter if it's time, and it doesn't matter for Solar V. This is up in his time. Oh, he'll be cranking into the 22s at this point. At that 22.9, 22.8 range, he is at best going to get up into 9th place and unseat Tyrrell Stig. Is it going to be enough to get past 5-Tig? Like calling 5-Tig instead of Stig. He does actually even more than that. He had a phenomenal last sector and put it at a 22.0. In fact, got in front of Potato, making a dang near a second on that very last sector. He's happy about that. We hear it in his revving. Bad Bunny not happy about where he is in the wall. Has to flip it around. Luckily enough, there is ghosting. Otherwise, that would have been real bad there. We'll watch Solar V. Oh! Solar V gets a little squirt on the exit, and he loses the back end, and in turn, losing the back end, loses his wing. Looking like Pinocchio driving around with that big old nose. Nothing attached to it. Brian Ashley signs for 2.6 tenths up in his time. Right now, we'll be putting him into the low 21s, absolutely unseating Yeet Doggo, and potentially now under contention for Goose Slayer, as this is looking like a hot one. Oh, he's really making time up. That's a purple sector too. More than 5 tenths up on his time. He needs a full second though, so he needs to get another 5 tenths on this last corner right here. These last few corners. Now the question is, did he get that much time? He's looking pretty solid. Can he be in the low 20s? Not fast enough. It's a 20.7. Fast enough for second, not fast enough for quality. Goose Slayer still stays in charge of this session. Ooh. It's Potato rounding the last corner. Ooh, almost rounding his car around. But he will get through the final corner. And he puts himself at 8th place with 21.976. Nice improvement. Nice improvement. Ooh. Bad Bunny flip popping out. Not bad for Silencer. I think he's got a lot to be proud of that. Solar V says easy track, huh? Think so? Solar V is considering I only been hit once. Yeah, safety track. Well, yeah, man, you're sitting at 21.687. That's a pretty respectable time right now. Here's Whippy Quinner. Around the final corner. Ooh, really modulating that throttle. Definitely not as quick as he could have gone. It's 21.999 and he's beat. Barely beats the 21.903. He does move up position though. The 8th now and unseats Potato. That tiny gap they have. What Gary's got going on? Gary's up on his time. There's Gary. Ooh, that's a decent time, but it's hardly any improvement. Not enough to really make a significant difference. He stays exactly where he's at in 7th place. Sissy is popping out of the pits. Who's on the hot one? Bad Bunny Flow is. Bad Bunny Flow is actually fresh on a hot one. Let's see how he does. Comes out of the deadly hairpin, looking clean, putting the power down just fine. Through the undulating hills. Such a fun little sector. You know, it's a very interesting spot to be able to catch that. Ooh! Invalid lap time. It's a really fun, as I was saying, it's really fun to be able to catch that breaking point just right on that blind downhill right-hander over the hills. Ooh, that's spun out. Gary, actually. It was really fun to catch that sector just right. And, oh my gosh, Gary gets DQ'd just for flipping his car around, but not in the way that the game liked him to do it. So Gary will be pulling off to the side of the road, and that is a Haas getting impeded. Oh no! Luckily enough, Kieran was on an out lap, not on a hot lap. If that was a hot lap, that would have been bad. Real bad. One thing that ain't bad is Mr. Ace. When you're trying to crank out a quick time. I just kind of dodged the parked car of Stig. This racetrack is turning less into a racetrack and more into a parking lot. Kind of what I'm seeing. A lot of people are spinning. A lot of people are stopping mid-track. Oh my gosh. Ace is up 7/10 on his time, which would put him at a 22.2 as of right now, which would put him only one position up. But if he continues that improvement upon pace, he's got even more to do. And let's see exactly where he ends up. I'm going to guess he's going to end up in front of Bad Bunny Flow in 7th place. Keeps it together. He can do it. Oh, just not quite through a 9.24. 2 places back from Bad Bunny Flow, where I thought he was going to be. Could not unseat Quickie Quinner either. Yeet Doggo says he spun. Oh, no. That's going to be not enough time for Yeet Doggo to get back out there. So the best he's got right now is 5th. And Groggy Oregano is going to take the aggressive strategy along with BRL Kieran and go try the inters and see if this works. Let's see if he's up to time. Oh my gosh, it is not working. That's Greg Oregano with a spin. Kieran is nowhere near improved on his time. He's actually way slower, so neither of the inters worked out actually. So that's tough for those guys. One person I do want to see if it's going to work out for is Potato. He's on a hot lap. He's just starting one. Just kidding. He's 4 laps with tires. I think this might be qualifying done. Judging by where everybody else is in the track and kind of where the positions are, I think this might be our qualifying over, guys. Which means all 15 drivers have had their places given. Unfortunately, Gary had such a good qualifying, but because the game is a little bit dumbed up and he didn't quite spin around the way the game wanted him to, he drove backwards on the track to spin the car around, which he shouldn't have done. Instead of giving him a DQ and taking him down from like 6th or 7th where he was, maybe even 5th. And it popped him all the way down to the back. That's tough, man. But as of right now, Goose Slayer is going to hold down P1 on pole position. What a solid lap from Goose Slayer. Second place will go to Silencer in qualifying. Third to Solar V. Fourth to Potato. 5th Yeet Doggo. 6th Bad Bunny Flow. 7th Groggy Oregano. 8th Quickie Winner. 9th Ace. 10th Sissy. 11th BRL Kieran. 12th TRL Stig. 13th, 14th, and 15th, Blackwater, Redeemer, and Gary, all unable to set times or disqualified from session. Roscoe says, let's go Silencer. Yeah, let's go Silencer. That was a good lap from him, man. You know, this is a good showing. He obviously wants to improve from the beginning of his season so far. It hasn't quite gone his way, especially considering his results last season. This really is not how he was expecting it to go, so I'm hoping that he has a good race tonight. Houston says, looks like nobody knows how to ease into the throttle coming out of turns, or they have their diff turns too high. These are both possibilities, but not guaranteed. Now, the person, in my opinion, who I'm most impressed with qualifying-wise is Solar V. Solar V came into chat at the very beginning of this session and said, hey, you know, I actually haven't driven this track on 2021 ever. Just only used to drive on 2020. And that's insanity. Because he's sitting right now in 3rd place. 0.08 of a second in front of Potato. More than 1/10 of a second in front of Yeet Doggo. It's a great lap. He is 0.8 out from Goose Slayer, who is obviously kind of nursing and whispering sweet nothings into the ears of his tires. Because he gave those tires like grip that came out of nowhere. I don't even know how he did that, but he did end up with a fast lap time by a pretty large margin. Zach asked what's the race weather. Yes, it does sound like it's going to be wet according to the drivers. Now we're going to find out as soon as this black screen disappears. Y'all were all wrong. It looks like it's dry for now. Now, is it going to stay dry? I don't know. I don't see the pit wall with umbrellas. I don't see anybody up on top of the pit wall with umbrellas. So it may stay dry. It may not. We're going to find out, obviously, over the next hour of racing or so. Interesting change in development, or interesting development in strategy. I have no idea how it's dry, but it is dry. So these drivers are now going to have to figure out exactly how to navigate this change in perceived strategy. I wonder how they do it. There they go, starting their formation lap. 15 drivers on the grid. How many finish over the next 36 laps here in the Dutch Dungeon? The undulating hills. That was the end board. Blackbeast asks, is it greasy? You know, it looks, it doesn't look too greasy. I think they may have washed it with some Dawn dish soap. It's not too greasy. All about the jokes, right? That looks fine, actually. Yeah, it looks pretty fine, honestly. Just a couple more corners for these drivers to get around on their formation lap, and then we will be running it. Alrighty, guys. We got these drivers going around the second to last corner. We're going to change up the vibes. It's got to get hyped up in here. I wish all 15 of y'all the best of luck. I hope everybody has a good race, a good time. We keep it clean, calm, cool, collected on this potential one-stop, more likely than not two-stop after safety car strategy that we have here today. Solar V says he memed it went hards. Yeah, interesting. Solar V did go hards. 2 of the drivers on mediums and the rest of them on soft, so it looks like they're expecting rain relatively quickly. We're gonna find out what the position change is here off the start. I always like to see how they do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on. And they're out, pedal to the metal. Let's go racing. What a launch from these guys. Oh my gosh, there's some carnage already off the launch. Huge with the wing gone. That's Redeemer. And Blackwater didn't move. And that's the virtual safety car. Vero Kieran got spicy. And that is a Mercedes of Gary collected. Oh no. Blackwater has been disqualified after sitting on the start. And that is a safety car off the rip. Blackwater didn't move. And potentially totally crushed that start for everybody. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I know a lot of people did lose some wings, as you can see in the back. Redeemer definitely lost the entirety of his wing. I saw a lot of debris. There looks fine. These other guys look decently okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it didn't look great. Oh, Yeet Doggo. Oh no. Poor guy, Yeet Doggo is wingless. He's right around Pinocchio style. And then any damage in the Aston Martin of Ace. I think behind Ace, it all looks relatively clean. There's damage here for Whiffy Winner. Whiffy Winner's going to go in for the pits for sure. Tato? Can't tell. And second and first, Goose Slayer and Silencer are just fine. Goose Slayer and Silencer actually traded positions on the start. Look at Silencer with the heck of a launch. With the city car for just a little bit. What the heck happened, man? I wonder. Solar says his lights were different than anybody else. Yeah, Solar went down to 9 positions. Wow. We're going to see exactly how much position change there have been at the end of this pit stop. Wow, that was crazy, dude. What the heck just happened there? I wish I could tell you guys I know exactly what happened, but I really have no idea. Alrighty, guys. So now we got a little bit of time under safety car. Let's kind of digest exactly what the heck just happened. I mean, this is one safety car of hopefully not any more than just one. But we do have one already, which nobody ever likes having a safety car, obviously. With this safety car, these guys are all having a chance to kind of catch back up. The grid has shuffled around a little bit. Everybody's out of the pits now. This is our official restart order. Clarence right in front, Sissy all the way out on the back. Biggest gainer is Gary, up 6 positions. Biggest loser is, unfortunately, Yeet Doggo down 6. With Solar V in a close second for losing a lot. He lost 5. Big rip for them. Safety car will be out for at least one more lap. Man, that's tough, dude. I hate seeing mistake or like, you know, big pileups like that. I've seen some crazy ones for sure. Some very crazy ones. And yeah, that one wasn't the craziest quite yet, but it's up there. It's probably a top 10, top 15. A bad one. Luckily, nobody died. So, that's great. Solar V says he had 5 lights while everybody launched. Interesting. Oh my gosh, we have Sissy spinning out of a safety car, and we have raindrops coming down. And the rain is starting. Yo, all right, cool, there it is. I think I may have accidentally clicked the mute button on my mic. Whoops, I don't know how I even clicked it. Either way, holy smoke roly, dude. That's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, that crash was freaking nuts, man. That crash was nuts. Now we're gonna have one more lap on the safety car. I was looking at the back car of Goose Slayer. He's a little bit too far away to be able to catch up. It will be one more lap of safety car. Goose, how long was I out, man? I've been having audio issues all night. Oh my gosh. How long was I out? Wow, you just burned in fuel. Both here in. Groggy not. There doesn't care. Yeah. Goose Slayer. Oh my gosh, how did Goose Slayer spin it? Oh no, he spins it right before the pits. So he's kind of lucky in that regard. But Goose Slayer will have to get in the pits and get another wing and a new fresh set of interns. Oh my gosh, what the heck? How do you do that? What did he do? Goosey! My man! Well, that's Solar V leaving the session. Well, he may have disconnected from the session. Looks like he did. Yep, that's tough. Well, if you probably need to scramble now to get back in. Well, the safety car probably going to be starting at the end of this lap if Goose Slayer can catch up to it. Oh, what's going on? The passing Solar V? No, oh, that's Stig. Stig's spinning on the safety car. Everybody's spinning on the safety car, man. Safety car's actually going in, so Stig loses these positions, and it's now going to have no time to get back up there. Goose Slayer will have no time to get back up there. Safety car's just saying, hey, I'm done with this. I'm bored. It's time for you guys to get going racing, and time for me to go back in and get back into the warm, non-wet weather. Burt Mylander just a little bit mad. He's a little bit fed up doing too many laps out on track. He says, I only need myself for emergencies. And these are not emergencies. It's time to get back and go racing. Here we go. ST Silencer weaving, squeezing. He's getting his tires warmed up. Gas wasted, and they are out. They are off. Currently everybody on a one stop except for a couple who are on 3 stops and 2 stops. G-Dog already on 3. That's incredible. Poor guy, man. Otherwise, obviously everybody on the inters. We got a couple people chasing down the straightaway. That's Bad Bunny Flow actually making a position. And gonna go toe with the Ferrari of Redeemer. Ace is really up in the mix of this one. He has to go back out and get back behind it because I think he knew he was just in a bad spot where he's going to get turned in on and closed off, and it's not even worth his time to stay there. He stays back. He looks fine. Base has a great view of any problem. Oh my gosh, is he going to send it? He does send it. Oh! And Redeemer smacks him, and I think, honestly, that was Ace making a much too egregious move. He didn't even slow down for that corner. You know, they've tried to make that corner. So now Goose Slayer is actually going to pass him, and Ace is far in the back now. Nowhere near the competitor. Solar V still disconnected. We got a little bit of a battle up here now. Bad Bunny and Gary fighting it out all the way up to the front with BRL Kieran and then Potato. Oh, sorry, with Potato, and then, you know, Silencer just kind of off in his own wonderland, having a great race. Teammate Gary stuck in 5th. Wants to get farther up, cannot quite yet. They were rivals last season, neck and neck almost the entire season long, and now they're going back at it again, but this time as teammates and a little bit far away from each other. Breakout gets a little bit squirrely, coming out of that corner, and is turn 1 gonna mess him up? No, not enough. Gary still unable to close the gap. Think about going the outside, go the inside. How is he gonna do it? He can't find a way. He gets a little squirrely, he has to recover, and he just barely get it back to his position. I'm so confused right now. Why is Solar V out on mediums? The AI is probably doing this to him, and that AI is just hoping that he crashes. That's hilariously stupid. Wow. I'm not even gonna try to make sense of that one. I'm only gonna make sense of the actual real humans driving and doing real human things, being Gary being one of them. Trying to get past Karagi. It's so weird. Why did I put him on mediums, man? This game is something else, man. This game is something else. Gary cannot get past Karagi right now. It feels like he's got a brick wall in front of him. And this brick wall needs a gigantic hammer to get through, and Gary just is not that hammer. Oh, okay, he saved it. A little spoiler for a second. Well, the reason he can't even get back in. Oh no! Now Solar Bean's medium man, his medium tire AI, is just going to try to have to carry him through the race and probably leave him in the back, unfortunately. But there's nothing else he can really do. Stay on these guys because I think Gary's probably going to have an opportunity to make a move on Gary Regano relatively soon. Gary Regano looks good, but not quite as solid as Gary in my opinion. I think Gary's probably the fastest of this little crew right here. Let's see if he can prove it, or if it's just going to be all talk from the commentator team. Now 12 laps in, we are exactly one-third of the way into this race, and we have lost 1/5 of our drivers. Oh my gosh, I hate saying that. That hurt? That's tough, right? In fact, 1/5 of the way through this race, we had lost 3 drivers. So if this pace keeps up with how fast we lose drivers, at the end of this race, we'll have 0 drivers. It's kind of funny, actually. Well, here we go. Cruising down the second to last corner and the final corner. I love this helicopter view. Another blast net. Potato actually leaving the session. I think his game may have dismissed him too. He's sitting up in second. Oh my gosh. Potato getting unlucky and getting sent to the shadow realm of the EA servers, giving Kieran the opportunity to make this position up. Oh, Potato able to get back in and join. He's rejoined. Will he be able to take control of his car? If he does, it'd be very awkward to take control of your car right here. There he is. Back into it. The time grip resets. Bad Bunny Float is the back of this little train of drivers. I'll fight for position. Solar Bean's AI didn't last for long enough, unfortunately. We got a yellow flag. Oh, we got a yellow flag at Tyrrell Stig. Oh no. Poor guy, he's already so far back and he just spun it again. Allowing Ace to catch up to him now. Ace almost certainly gonna have him done dust right here. Yeah, Stig is in the rim. Oh, but Ace squirrels it out! Oh! Ace smacks the wall. Almost able to recover, but he just wouldn't slow down and use caution while trying to get past Stig. And he paid the price. Let's see if Gary can make Groggy Regano pay the price. Make a mistake. Ooh, that's actually Ace spun out again. Poor guy, man. His race is just going downhill, man. His races this season have not been very good. Ooh, it's actually a VSC. Interesting. Not something I would have expected. This is not going to be a full safety car, so it's not going to give Potato the opportunity he needs to catch this like 4.5 second gap he has between him and Silencer. Silencer's just chilling up in the front, but everybody else behind Potato, a little group of 4 of them behind Potato and Redeemer kind of by proxy, are all stoked about this because they're all able to get close up again and potentially make a pass and snap out. Will they be able to make a pass as the VSC ends? We're going to find out. Still under VSC conditions, not quite yet to resume. Probably soon. It looks like they're getting ready to resume. Can't quite tell yet, though. And the BRL resumed, and that's Doggo picking up a drive-through. Oh, no. Doggo grabs the drive-through, which means now him and Ace both have penalties. He is looking to make up a couple positions, but Gary is looking at a better position. But Groggy and Vero Kieran are looking in the best positions to start making up moves as they're right behind Potato. Groggy is right behind Kieran. Groggy, though, having a much different line than how Kieran is taking. Kieran is taking a lot more aggressively. Groggy is looking a lot more passive now. And obviously, and not for both of them about equally, but I would argue that over the term of the race, it's going to pay off better for Groggy, but as of right now, quick laps is going to be paying off better for Vero Kieran. But it also forces Groggy to really think about when he's going to go for the overtake. He cannot make it happen on any just normal moment, you know? He's already pretty calculated with it. Looks like we got somebody in the pits. I think it may be Ace. Yep, it's the Aston Martin of Ace. Oh no, he's just going slow. Interesting. He's letting everybody go by as the blue flag does get waved for him. He lets everybody go through. Poor guy. We're going to stay on Vero Kieran Cam. He's right up in the back of the tape towel. He wants to get the position made up, done, and dusted. And he's going to have an opportunity to probably pretty soonish. But he's not going to have DRS to help him out. Ooh, a little awkward right there. A move for Kieran. Looks like he tried to slow down, but instead he slowed himself a spin. Vero Kieran. Unfortunate. Spinning more than just his wheels in the gravel. He spins his entire car. Obviously, he's ghosted so he can get back on track, but that just scares the heck out of me whenever I see that happen because I do so many other leagues. There isn't ghosting. Not sketchy, but unfortunate for Vero Kieran. Now, Gooselayer's going to try to make it up over Deemer. Deemer does not want to give it up, but he's going to make Gooseslayer go around the outside. Gooseslayer cannot stick it down, and Goose still stuck behind Vero Kieran, or stuck behind Redeemer. Redeemer! Not lying down, taking it easy. Well done. Ooh, Deemer is thinking about defending this position still once again. He defends it well. Not bad so far. Gooseslayer unable to get past Redeemer. Gary is looking in a good spot, though. He's sitting in 4th place, trying to get up to 3rd. He's really got Groggy Oregano between him and 3rd place. Between him and a podium, which would give Mercedes a 1-3 podium if they can make it stick the next 20 laps or so. Technically 19. It's close, man. These guys. We got yellow sector 3. It looks like it's Ace who's retired in pits. Poor guy. He decided to call it quitsies and just be done with this race tonight. And not much more he can do, unfortunately, after getting lapped and everything like that. Yeah, I think he decided that it wasn't worth it. Now, unfortunately, he may be wrong because there may end up being a safety car late in the race, in which case he would have had an opportunity to get back into it. But as of right now, it's not guaranteed, so it's not worth betting on, you know? One person I'd say is worth betting on is Gooseslayer getting past Bad Bunny Flow. And in fact, Bad Bunny Flow loses 2 positions. Bad Bunny looking sketch. Oh, what's going on with Bad Bunny? Can't guarantee that Gary is very close to Groggy Oregano, who's actually pretty darn close to Potato too. Potato is in danger of getting snipped out from Gary, not just Groggy now. It's close. Bad Bunny decides to go and pop the pits. Alrighty. Now we are just about halfway through this race right now. Actually, we are exactly halfway through this race right now. And right now, SRT Silencer leads by a commanding margin of 11 seconds between him and the next best person, Potato. But Groggy was trying to make himself that next best person and go to the inside of Potato. Potato doesn't leave the room, but I don't think he really had to. Smart defending, so Potato forces Groggy Rayner to back out, and Gary just sits back and watches them chomp each other. Now, the unfortunate thing for Gary is this is allowing everybody behind him to kind of catch up a little bit. Now, they're not really capitalizing it on all too much. So, you know, one good thing for Gary. But still, it does allow them all to get closer up. And that's Gooselayer. Sorry, Groggy Rayner trying to go around the outside of Potato. This spot is very difficult to overtake her on the outside. He's still going for it. They're not messing around up here in second, third, and fourth. These back two podium positions are valuable, and Gary doesn't want to be the one to lose out on one of them. But as of right now, he is that one. Actually looks like BRL Kieran is starting to make some moves. If I'm looking at the timing sheet, BRL Kieran is making up time on Redeemer after a costly spin he had. Let's hang on Kieran Cam, see if he can start making this gap Redeemer disappear. Looks like he's making it disappear pretty darn quick, actually. Like, look at how much time he's gaining every single corner. Not like 3 quarters ago, he was sitting at like 1.3 seconds. There's only 0.7 away. Wow. Kieran, massive pace advantage over Redeemer. He just needs to make sure he can also have a consistency advantage, because that has so far been what has been lacking from so many people in this lobby that are very, very, very fast. Just haven't been able to link it together for a long period of time, which is in of itself a massive art of racing. You know, if you're not able to like truly go the distance, then it's not going to make much difference how fast you go. In fact, that's Deemer going into the pits now, so it's Kieran getting a free position. But end of the day, my conversation about race pace still stands. Like, you know, you can have the best quality pace, you can have the best time trials of all time, but if your race pace isn't great, if you start making mistakes all the time during races, then you know, you're just never going to hang with the top guys. They just know how to do it all, every single time. We're going to go on Gary, who's actually right here with a safety car out. What brought the safety car out? Wait, hold on, what? What brought the safety car out? I didn't see anybody DNF or anything like that. Do you guys know what brought the safety car out? Also, what's up, Solar? Glad you're back in. That's actually silencer going in the pits. That safety car is just taking away Ethers and Silencer's massive gap that he had. It is all gone. And that sucks for him, man. He was quite happy about it. Oh, just kidding. Well, it's still going to be gone, yeah, but it's out popping. And basically, everybody's going to pop in for the wets. And it's going to get nice and soggy for the rest of this race. I think Bad Bunny realized there was no way he was going to be able to pass anybody through the pits, so he decided to just go super slow to that last corner. It was pretty fair. Bad Bunny does decide to skip, though. Kieran also decides to go on fresh intern, and Gooselayer stays on his old ones. Interesting pit strategies from these guys in this lot. It is the complete opposite of normal, that's for sure. Yeah, we're going to be getting back to racing in just a couple laps, y'all. In the meantime, I'm going to go grab a cup of water. But how about that late crossing the pits by Silencer acid boosted? I didn't even notice that, man. It looks fine to me. It may have been a late crossover, but it looked fine to me. And things like that are so minuscule, they're not hurting anybody, so I think like, yeah, what's the point, you know, but hey, it might get brought up with stewards, who knows? Hey guys, I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna grab a quick glass of water. Back. 22 laps down, 14 to go here in the Netherlands, and a weird safety car that I honestly don't even know the culprit for came out. It gave me an opportunity to go grab some water real fast. We got one more lap under safety car. Everybody's still in chat. Got a random question. What would you recommend I get for dinner tonight? Mexican food or pizza / pasta? If nobody answers, then I think I'm just gonna go get both. Wow, that rain is really pouring down. Oh my gosh. Like, it's really pouring down. Yeah, these guys that are on inters, Redeemer, Goose Slayer, Solar V, I'm surprised Goose didn't go pit. Same thing with Solar. I really think they had the opportunity to go pit, but they decided not to, so interesting for them, but hey, they'll make their choices, you know? Alrighty, guys, we got just a couple more corners. Ready to go. Solar says pasta. All right, done. Alrighty, guys, we're about ready to get going and going racing one more time. We're gonna stick out on silencer cam, see how he does in this restart. Actually, no, I want to see Goose Slayer cam, because Goose Slayer is on the oldest and theoretically worst tires. So how does he handle this restart? That's the question. We're gonna restart him pretty darn soon. He needs to get ready to go. He's getting those intermediate tires as warm as he possibly can. And there they go. That silencer off and to the races. And Goose there with a pretty solid start as well. Gary actually maybe gonna make a dive on Groggy. Well, he's got the opportunity. He has the opportunity to. He goes double deep and almost gets in front of both of them, but he actually gets tapped. He has to recover it. He did recover it well, but it was close. Now you've got Goose Slayer still looking fine, honestly, on these inters. I'm quite surprised. I'm impressed. We're going to stay on all these cars that come out of that hairpin. No, that's Stig, and that's why we stayed in the cars, because I knew it was going to happen. And Stig, the one in the back, the one staying in the back, now having to go re-pit for another wing. Ooh, and they're getting a little squirrely over those corners. No, that was Gary. Let's go back to Gary cam. Looks like E-Dog was actually getting overtaken. Got a couple of positions. Yeah, Bad Bunny did make it past. Bad Bunny looked squirrely, but did make it through. Solar V now within striking distance pretty soon, but he does have, like I said, those intermediate tires, so I'm wondering how much of a difference it's going to make on the grip. Now, somebody who's absolutely smoking the competition is Silencer still. Just untouchable race for him so far. 2.5 seconds up on Goose Slayer. Potato also no answer for the speed. That is Silencer today. Nobody can answer. And yeah, I mean, wow. I'm pretty certain Goose Slayer will end up having to go in. In fact, is that him going in right now? That is him going in right now. Realizing how much of a big, grave mistake he made. He's had to go back in, and Gary is actually under pressure from BRL Kieran. Big pressure. Ooh, this was close. Between these two. There, Gary handles this corner of death. The rest of the drivers actually handle it just fine. A little bit squirrely, but they just fine. Ooh, Stig gets 5 seconds. Oh, Goose Slayer. A little squirrely coming out of the pits, but he's fine. And let's just watch a lap from Silencer's point of view. Because this man is absolutely on fire. He's not messing around whatsoever. Look at this gap he has between him and everybody else. 4.5 seconds already. And the next group is like a huge cluster from Potato all the way down to Yeet Dogga. It's very interesting how first place is just out in a world of its own, and then 2nd through 7th are all battling. Technically, 2nd and 3rd place are still all up for grabs between all those top 7 drivers. Technically, they're all close enough to be able to say that's all within contention. Now, Potato's starting to kind of pull a little bit of a gap. You can see, but not that massive of a gap. Now it's getting very dark and very cloudy out there. All the Dutch fans have gone home, packed it up, and said, hey, no poncho could save me from all this weather. But the drivers are still out there battling. And that's BRL Kieran looking like he's going to try to make a move around the outside of Gary. Is Gary going to hold it? Gary's really trying his best. Still stays it. They're going side by side again, and right now it's still Gary up in the front. But Kieran is pushing him, and Gary has to let it through. Now, what is that? From Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny stuck his nose where he absolutely had no business being, and it crashes out Gary and himself. They both end up crashing after Bad Bunny makes a huge mistake and ends up causing a safety car and gets rid of all of Silencer's advantage that he had built up. Look at him, he's burning fuel, he's mad. Poor guy. Oh my gosh, safety car number 4, y'all. Under the darkest skies I've ever seen in a Formula 1 game. Wow, what do you guys think? Insanity, dude. He says I'm in this race again. Exactly, man. You still got a chance. You definitely still have a chance. All of this race is still totally up for grabs. You only have 9 laps left to go. By the time safety car goes in, we'll have about 6 or 7. And everything is still up for grabs, man. Yeah, nothing is decided at all yet. Wow. This race has been freaking ridiculous, man. Gone from great to bad to terrible to bad to great for so many different drivers. You know, everybody else here that has already pit, I don't think anybody's going to go back in and pit again now that they're on these wets. I don't think anything's really going to change tire condition wise. So I think everybody's kind of on their final tires right now, except for, you know, Gary and Bad Bunny, who did have to pit. That sucks for Gary, man. He was sitting up in 5th place. And Bad Bunny, it's one of those things, you know, me as the commentator, I'm going to do my best to stay unbiased. It was I think it was a very over-ambitious move from Bad Bunny. He decided to stick his nose It's fun. I mean, like, I know he saw opportunity. He saw Gary looking squirrely, but I don't know if it was the right place to do it. Because they ended up crashing both of them out. They ended up losing, you know, they both lost 4 or 5 positions. But obviously it wasn't totally worth it, you know? In hindsight. Now, however, hindsight is 2020. In the moment, it probably felt very worth it because, you know, Bad Bunny's looking over here like, dude, Gary's just so dang fast. Like, when am I going to get a chance? And that looked like his only chance. But unfortunately, it ended up being a decent-sized mistake. And he will be he'll be paying for that with hopefully great pace on the safety car restart. We have probably like 1 or 2 more laps to go. Dude, I don't even know how Solar V's emotions have stayed totally stable. He's been in this race, out of this race, disconnected from this race, back into this race, just all over the place, man. I think quite a race for sure. Now we are about to get back and going racing. It looks like almost everybody's caught back up, except for Stig. Stig's still way back here. Has a lot of moves. Has a lot of mileage to make up. I think he can make it up, but how long it's going to take for him to make it up, that's the question. Yeah, we're almost certainly going to be under safety car for 1 more lap. In fact, I'm pretty much certain that it's been determined that we will be under safety car one more lap. Yep. 1 more lap. Well, one thing I do want to say, I am quite impressed with SRT's silencer drive. He's stayed up in the front since that start, and he has not lost it since. I mean, he barely lost he lost qualifying actually by a pretty decent margin. But obviously, since race start, you know, he's just been on fire, and he's been untouchable. He gets that free air, and he's just destroying everybody. So I wonder if he'll be able to keep that, you know, through the rest of this race. I'm sure he probably will. He's looking pretty poised to win. 1 second, y'all. Cat and dog were just fighting. Oh, cats and dogs. Am I right, y'all? But yeah, as I was saying, Silencer has just been, you know, truly dominant this race. I think he'll be fine on this restart. And the question is, who's going to end up taking those next 2 steps on the podium? Is it going to be Potato and Groggy Oregano, or is it going to get shifted around? And maybe it's the likes of someone like Vero, Kieran, Idago, or a heroic drive from Solar, Gary, Bad Bunny. Goose as well. It's a shot. Everybody has a shot still. That's right now. Down the main straight. Let's see how they do. I'm gonna watch it from the perspective of, yeah, I think Goose would be a good perspective to see. Goose actually under challenge right now. He's got Solar V doing his best to put the pressure on the safety car restart. Logan's a start, but everybody is going absolutely nuts down this race. Safety car restart. There's some action already. Nobody getting clipped. Nobody getting hit. Oh, it's almost getting hit right there. Goose Slayer does stay okay. The Ferrari, the Mercedes, the Williams behind them are going at it. Potato losing positions, losing lots of positions. What the heck happened to Potato? From starting in second all the way down to ninth. Unless he's going to be starting to see a huge wing loss. That's Groggy Oregano down. And now both the people that were sitting in second and third are gone from that podium. Potato and Groggy Oregano are both out of it. I think Groggy Oregano is the one that lost his wing. Yep, he must have done something. I don't know exactly how he lost it, but he lost it. So now it's really anybody's race. The two guys that had that thing locked and loaded no longer have it. The Solar V Goose Slayer on the cusp of grabbing it from Yeet Doggo and BRL Kieran, who have it as of right now. Kieran, though, once he gets that free air, he looks solid. Yeet Doggo does pick up 3, which means he is almost certainly out of contention for it, as nobody else has time penalties. The next closest one time penalties is Groggy, all the way down at the bottom with 3. So it's almost, it's almost certainly done for Yeet Doggo. I don't think he'll be able to make that up, and I don't think he'll be able to get the podium, which means that's Goose Slayer the next up. And can Solar V pass up either of them? And will Gary be able to make a late stage comeback? Look at Gary. He's right up in the back of Solar V. He's putting the pressure on immediately. Gary sniffs the potentiality of a recovery podium. He knows it's there. He knows it's difficult, but he knows it's there. So can he do it? But he's got the worry of Bad Bunny Flow right behind him. And Bad Bunny Flow, obviously, already having collected up Gary on the crash earlier. I'm sure Gary's driving a little bit extra defensive. However, somebody who is not driving defensive is Goose Slayer, right from the back of Yeet Doggo. He's right from the back of BRL Kieran. And then obviously SFT Silencer, 3.5 second gap, just on fire. Doesn't even mess around. That's incredible. Oh, that actually, Yeet Doggo. Oh, that is Yeet Doggo, Goose Slayer. Going side by side. Goose Slayer found weakness. Yeet Doggo doesn't concede quite yet, but it was close. Oh, it's a little bit of a tap, actually. I don't think that's a wing damage, though. I think he's fine. Yeah, he looks fine. Goose Slayer is he now knows, hey, I got the pace on you. Get out of my way. I want that position so I can get going. And then Yeet Doggo can fight somebody else instead of Goose Slayer, at perpetual worry of Solar V, or maybe even Gary catching up to him. Just for the next 4 laps, though. Not a whole lot of time to go. Just 4, 33, 34, 35, 36. I'm sorry, 5 laps to go. 32 as well. For these guys to hold it down or battle it out and start making up some positions where they can. Goose Slayer, a little deep on that break. Definitely took the wide way around. He took the long way home. Worked out all right for him. Solar V is losing out massive amounts of time. Those guys up in front of him and nowhere near the same pace. Gary's honestly looking like he might be able to get past Solar V. Solar V looks like he might actually be like bouncing in and out of connectivity as well. Uh-oh. That could cause to be a problem. I'm not sure. Goose Slayer really wants to get past Yeet Doggo, so he's going to have a chance at BRL Kieran. Maybe it's going to let him have it. That Bad Bunny now has 3 seconds for a corner cut. Uh-oh. Bad Bunny is now totally out of contention for anything better than 7th. Goose Slayer's putting the pressure down, man. He's pedal to the metal. Not enough to get him in front. He is really fighting for it. They've been weaving on the straight, trying to dodge the slipstream from each other. It isn't making a whole ton of difference. Time screen did reset, so I don't know exactly the distance between everybody, but I do know it's very close. Goose Slayer especially close. Yeet Doggo. Goose Slayer has a good corner right here. He'll be right from the back of Yeet Doggo. Oh my gosh, it's close. Oh, catches a little puddle of wet. That puddle of wet really messes him up. Yeet Doggo gets on the grass. Now Goose Slayer has a chance to get around him. He's going to go on the outside. He is trying it. Oh my gosh, that is a scary place to make him attempt to pass. He's still going for it. And he got it done around the outside. Holy smokes from Goose Slayer. That was sick. That was absolutely filthy. Wow. Goose Slayer's got something to be proud of for that, that's for sure. Oh, Potato Chow doesn't have a lot to be proud of. He just spun out, went wide. Now it's all on Gary and Solar. As of right now, Solar V looking to inherit 4th and Gary inherit 5th. They're absolutely close enough to Yeet Doggo to be able to take those positions off him because of time penalties. Gary making a rare mistake right now, getting up on the curb. And Goose Slayer is looking to try to big challenge to BRL Kieran. Now Kieran is starting to create a little bit of gap. Goose there actually catch the wall and stay out that corner. Kieran looking like he's looking pretty solid. Relatively untouchable by Goose Slayer, but it is still technically possible. 3 laps left to go. No guarantee yet. 34, 35, and 36. All can prove crazy. Yeah, Goose Slayer is definitely going to be trying to move on Kieran if he gets a chance. Because Goose Slayer knows, hey, this is P2 to fight for, man. That's a lot of point difference between P2 and P3. So Goose is looking for this, man. And BRL Kieran's actually looking a little bit weak. Oh my gosh, Goose looking a little squiggly and slidey. Catches it though, that from some masterful car control. He is pushing hard, man. He's really giving it everything he's got. And telemetry-wise, does he even have DRS or ERS left? Looks like he has a lot of it actually. Kieran has plenty too, though. They're both pretty full on it. So really, it's just a battle of skills at this point, of skills of cornering ability. And that's right now. It's looking like Kieran is looking relatively clear on that. Almost taps the wall there, actually. Maybe it was just proper use of the entire track. Yeah, this is the fun battle right here. We got 2 more laps to go, and Goose Slayer is now tail to nose with BRL Kieran. They are really close now. Goose Slayer has to have immense trust, and he actually does have too much trust. Taps the front of it, and he loses a wing. Goes too deep. BRL Kieran was too slow for him. And now Goose Slayer's going to have to try to somehow finish this race on a broken wing with 2 more laps to go. With Heat Doggo sniffing at him, and so same with Solar Bee. Solar Bee's going to try it down the inside. Goose Slayer covers it off a little bit. And he actually covers it off as much as he's allowed to. He's allowed to go as slow as he wants, technically. There goes Goose Slayer wide. Gary going to get past him too. Tough, man. And Groggy Oregano has DNF'd on the main straight. I think coming out of the last corner. Groggy. Rough, dude. So now we have a little bit of a battle. Solar V and Gary are both set to whoever beats each other out of these two is set to inherit 3rd place. Is it going to be Gary, or is Solar going to hold this current 4th position on the track down? It is yet to be decided who's going to get in front. It's looking pretty solid for Solar V right now. Actually, he's doing pretty well. So if he did qualify 4th place, for saying he's never driven this track on this game before. He used to just drive it on 2020. So I will say, that's pretty freaking impressive. What's way more impressive, though, is the lead that SRT Silencer has built up between him and current 2nd place holder, BRL Kieran. It is 7.5 seconds on this last lap. That is massive, massive gap between the two of them. And Silencer has a lot to be proud of for this drive today. He's done amazing. Now, Gary is trying to put the pressure on, but he just cannot seem to see Solar V make mistakes. Solar's looking pretty solid through this last little bit. Goose Slayer actually making a dip out of the session, probably getting disconnected from it. Gary looking really sketchy right there. I think the nerves are getting to him a little bit. He's unable to get in front. Solar V still holding it down. Looking clean. Either way, Gary's gonna be hyped about his team's performance, you know? Of course. I get kicked out of it too. No way. Wow. What? No, man. Oh my gosh. Well, one thing I can guarantee you, I think SRT Silencer is going to win this thing. But this game, man, it literally just kicked me out right at the very end. Oh my gosh. See if it lets me see this, so I can at least see the final standings. Oh no. No way. I'm trying to get back into it, guys. I promise you I'm going as fast as I can, but I think we did have Silencer getting the W on that one. Almost certainly. Now, the question is, who ended up got 3rd? That's what we need to know. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, guys. This game, man, kicks me right out at the end. Yeah, and it's no longer available to spectate. Oh no, and that is looking like Solar V does stay in P3 according to what he says in chat. P2 probably went to BRL Kieran, P4 probably to Gary. Are you kidding me, man? This game, bro. It literally just kicked me out right at the ending. Wow. Gotta send something to the Discord so I can ask these guys. Wow. Wow, well, it looks like the chat is nice and crazy. But yeah, it looks like the podium finishers were SRC Silencer in first, Vero Kieran in second, and Solar V in third, with Gary V just behind in fourth. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry that the game just lost us right there. That's tough, man. That's really tough. I'm gonna see if I can snag a driver interview or two. Now, will we actually be able to? I'm not sure. But we're going to find out. You're in. All right, guys, I'm going to see if I can grab some driver interviews with our podium finishers, Solar, Kieran, and Silencer. I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to get everybody, but I'm going to try our best to. We will see if we can get some people to do some driver interviews. I'm going to try to call... Solar says no. I don't know if I'll be able to get Kieran either. I'm going to try to give him a call. Let's try. Yeah, let's give him a call real fast. See if we can get VRL Kieran on the horn. Nothing yet. I don't think we'll be able to get driver interviews tonight, guys. As of right now, nobody's saying yes. Ooh. That's lame, yeah. Nothing from these guys. Yep. Nothing there. Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get driver interviews tonight, guys. I don't think anybody's answering. Let me see if I can get Silencer to answer because he did win tonight, so I think he deserves the call. But last time he got on the podium, he could not answer. Let's see if we can get a podium interview. Hi, Boots! What's going on, man? It's your boy. Hello. Boots, have you ever seen the other Breakout Racing League races before? Yeah, looks like I'm not able to catch anybody for a driver interview. That's rough, dude. Man, that's unfortunate. I wish I could have caught these guys for driver interviews. Lame. Hey, but that's all right, guys. Unfortunately, no driver interviews tonight. We did do our best to see if we could get people. but unfortunately we could not get people for a driver interview. So listen, this is going to be the end of the stream tonight, unfortunately, y'all. Guys, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that popped in here, whether you guys came in right at the beginning, somewhere in the middle, or right at the very end. We absolutely love and appreciate y'all. This has been your stream for Breakout Racing League race number 8. It's here in the Netherlands. Next week will be another great race. Obviously, I'll be here again for Tier 3, and I'll be joined by our co-commentator, Mr. Carbon. We're going to give you guys a lot of action that week, too. So until then, I hope you guys all have a wonderful week. Remember to stay tuned tomorrow night for Tier 2 and Tier 1 going down at 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be incredibly fun tomorrow night. Make sure you go check it out. So until then, y'all have a beautiful night, beautiful week. I'll see you guys later. Bye, friends.